Please don't tell me you got the iPhone 15 Pro Max top of Manhattan.
Yes, I did. All of the above. Picking it up tomorrow at 9 a.m.
No.
Well, the game theory is this, all right? My mom's old. She's not going to be able to use this thing to its full potential, right? She could probably do an iPhone 4 and be happy. But your boy Yucky would like one. I could probably use it. your boy Yucky, Dylan Jardon.
Your boy who?
Yucky.
Yucky.
Not your boy Yucky.
On the air.
Welcome to the Smart Nonsense Podcast, where we talk about smart nonsense, dude.
Yes. And if he's
Your job's
speaking
round of
on the
applause.
audio, we're always adding round of applauses in post pop.
That's a great
I've been
point.
watching the pod. It's funny. This thing we do, it's funny to watch back. So I'm enjoying these, which is really
That's
the only
awesome.
litmus test. Is are we enjoying what we're doing? The answer is an emphatic yes.
Right. Well, I'll tell you where it's a no. Where it's no is when you look at the risk reward. Because yesterday, we won't stay on the topic long because we know
You
it's
take
just
all
beating
my
a horse
intros down,
dead, dude.
You take all my intros right down.
I'm sorry, dude. But,
Negative Nelly.
Do I want to basically break up with my girlfriend and then I have a lot of time to now do work? So I go from never posting anything to now posting every single day on multiple platforms.
You
And
had
it's
the
just a
time.
constant reminder.
You
Huh?
had the same. I don't know if you're working anymore. Maybe a little bit in the evenings, but you had the time before. You just slept a lot.
No, I'd get derailed a lot. Just
And-
there,
well, yeah, you would.
outside influences, dude. You know I'm not good at balance.
He's not good at balance. Yeah, the problem is you broke up. The podcast starts going out, and 2 months ago you were talking a lot about the relationship, and so now you're just subtweeting her.
Right. Which for the
Which that's
listener,
not fair.
I didn't know what that meant. That's basically calling out a person indirectly. But it's very obvious who you're talking about.
Can you
Well, this
tell-
one, it couldn't be more obvious.
Can you tell the
Because
story? Once I informed you what a subtweet is, do you want to talk about the one that you had experienced?
There's this. What's funny now is like all our friends listen to this, so now I'm like, okay, I got to be extra aware of what I say. But
I have to.
I was with Danny and Zach, Danny Miranda.
Well,
and
wait.
Zach
So
Booker.
they keep saying like what they like about the podcast is you will call people out. Like most people won't do that in public. The problem is we've got the wrong incentive.
yeah,
Now your incentive is to go do more of that.
I'm gonna turn into TMZ, dude. But about my own life, and it just you just stay silent as a little clamshell, and you'll be fine. All right, so I was out with Zach and Danny. One's a big Instagram influencer, I guess if you call him that. The other guy's a sweet podcaster, and we link up with this guy, John Fio, and he was on Invest Like the Best. He has like a cool weighted blanket company, and now like weighted stuffed animals, and I don't know, he thinks differently. So we're all fanboying about this dude. He has a pop-up shop in Soho. We finally hang out with him. We've been trying to do it forever. And then we kind of just realize he's a little bit of a Debbie Downer.
Like you.
Everything's just, New York was sick 6 years ago when you guys weren't here. Like, I wish you were here. It was ripping. Like, business is like kind of a bummer right now. Just like, I don't know, a lot of angles were just like pessimistic. Kind of like my Twitter personality right now. I'm kind of like shit on people, which is easy and kind of funny because most people are too agreeable to do that. But afterward,
Dude, our All In Summit series of podcast
Dude.
episodes. That was our bad.
that was
That was
our
my
bad,
bad.
dude.
That
we
was
were in
my
a
bad.
spiral. Yeah, I regret some of the decisions we made there, but tabula rasa. I still don't know what that means. But
Clean slate. It's good. That's
perfect.
yeah.
It works a lot better than my come see, come saw. So basically hang out with them, a little bit pessimistic. And then afterward, Danny had subtweeted, I guess is what you call it. He basically tweets like, pessimism is such a bummer. Like, don't hang out with people like that.
It's like
Immediately after we hang out with them. It's like, Danny. And then I think he texted Zach, John texted Zach and he's like, dude, just fucking why not tag me next time? And then,
Oh, really?
Yeah, we haven't talked to him
That's
since.
classic subtweet. Is like the person then reaches out like, dude, this is clearly about me. Like,
Right.
And that's what's going to happen to you with your now ex-girlfriend, which we don't need to get into it.
Well, one thing I do want to say, we've talked about this before. It's not a them problem.
No,
it's a me problem. 100%.
This is what I'm trying to. I tell you every night the last about week or so. I'm like, Pop, figure it out.
Right. I keep forgetting too. She's 23 because she seems like 5 years older than me in terms of maturity.
Let me just subtweet her because I was talking to her a little bit. She's so much more mature than you. I literally thought she was 30 years old. 28. I'll give her 28 because 30 is scary.
Yeah, no, she's very smart. That's
very emotionally intelligent.
Up and onward.
Pretty much the only quality you really want in the long run. So, I got a thread for you.
Nice.
This is let me make sure I'm getting this right. This thread is a thread on the world taking themselves too seriously. Okay.
Nice.
And I love these. I love these little ones. Yeah. When we can just kind of interject ourselves. So I'm going to all these doctor's appointments because I have this thing called inflammatory bowel disease. I have a version called ulcerative colitis. It's basically inflammation in my colon. Not super important. Although Mr. Beast has Crohn's disease, which is also an inflammatory bowel disease. It's kind of worse because mine's just in my colon. His is his whole digestive tract, esophagus, stomach, colon, all of it. You don't want that. You don't really want either. But luckily, mine's not that bad. So I'm getting all these tests because I'm going on a new therapy and I'm having all these doctor's appointments. And I'm sitting in my doctor's appointment and I'm like, Doc, I got a question for you. Okay.
You call him Doc?
Doc, her, she.
Oh.
She, her, hers. I got a question for you. We're aiming for remission, Doc. What actually is remission of this disease?
Mm-hmm. Remission means it doesn't come back.
Yeah, or like it's hiding. It's burrowing.
Put it to sleep.
It's tucked away. Put to sleep. And she goes into her doctoral rant. She goes, well, there are 3 types of remission. There is clinical remission. This is just like you don't have any symptoms. You feel good. There are no issues. No, this is number 1.
I couldn't figure out what to do if I take down one as you go through, but that seemed kind of dumb, so I should have been adding, but I was doing subtraction and it didn't make sense, so my bad.
So that's 1, clinical remission. I've got
Watch
that.
on YouTube.
Then she's like, number 2, there can be endoscopic.
My bad, dude. My bad. I missed number 1. I was too... I really want to be engaged, but I missed number 1 because of my fingers. Can you just say really quick what number 1 was?
Just blew the clip. You just blew the clip. Number 1 type of remission is clinical remission. You feel good. You don't have any symptoms.
Nice.
Okay. Number 2 is endoscopic remission. And this is, remember, we're in her rant, as you can probably tell.
This is her
Number
rant.
2 is endoscopic remission. This is when we do a colonoscopy with a camera and a scope, everything looks normal. Endoscopic remission. Okay.
What, is that better?
It's just, it's another layer. So I have clinical remission. I didn't have endoscopic remission because when she did a colonoscopy, it would be better. Yes.
Okay.
The third type, the even better type of remission is biologic remission or bioremission, something like that, where basically if we biopsy an area, you, in the lab, right, you're not showing any inflammation markers. Nice. You're in like biological remission. And I had enough at this point, okay? She goes through these 3 types of remissions. It's very serious. And I turn to her and I go, Doc, tell me, what do I have to do to get Magic Johnson remission?
Whoa.
She cacks. I broke the frame. I broke the entire frame. Yeah. Which was just funny, dude. And that was a classic, like, I'm a human. You're a human. I'm 0, actually, for the OG listeners. I'm 0. Right. So tell me.
She tell you you're 21 years old?
Tell me what is Magic Johnson remission, and let's do that.
Right.
And she just cacked and didn't have an answer, so that's all right.
Well, it's like I was reading... Oh, I was reading the five tweet Tuesday instead of preparing for this podcast. And you could say that's preparing, but a different mental versus physical version. And he was saying how Sam Bankman-Fried like doesn't get pleasure, and it's like there's some scientific
He doesn't
word
feel
for
pleasure.
it. It's like
And hedonism or
euphoria
something.
or like
And yeah.
aphora or something. Basically, I'm like just thinking about all the med school people. Like we were even texting our other friend Tom. He's in med school, like med PhD thing, and another friend Luke texting me. Like just a lot of big words. I know a lot of doctors. How about that? They're texting really big words, and that's like their entire job is just memorizing like all these Latin meanings. I'm like, dude, Magic Johnson disease.
Give it
Say
to
that.
me. I'm 0.
Or remission. Just give me MJ. Not well, a lot of MJs, but like, I don't. Where do I want to lift off of that, dude? I don't know, but I do like using normal human speak. I did have a tweet too, in case you follow me on Twitter. Some hot takes being dropped about how the world fails us with writing. Like schools, they just want length. It's like, let me hit this 10-page marker, and then I'm just gonna. That's the goal, not like the quality of that. It could be done in 1 page. Then corporations, it's like, give me all the jargon you got. Sound as smart as you can. And then the real world is like, not just simple Magic Johnson. Keep it stupid.
Magic Johnson remission. Speaking of stupid and simple, we should probably talk about Gopuff at some point.
Gopuff? Well, dude, I got Gopuff was months ago, and I didn't realize till looking at 3 month ago podcast
that it was on your notes.
I hold up my notebook and I like freeze frame. I'm like, let me just look what I had, and I was like, oh, Gopuff, dude, that's a good story that just got slept on. But I want to do something more present day, and then maybe if we have tea, we'll go back to Gopuff. That's a sunk cost fatty and a half. But today, dude, another mistake I make a a lot of mistakes, fall right into those biases.
The pessimistic pod.
Right. Pessimistic pod. I went on world tour. Belky joined for half of that world tour. We're pessimistic. Weren't super optimistic about the idea of events. Like, why are we doing events? What's the purpose? But I did hold some hope. At least I did. I don't know about you, but invite-only events. Like, oh, if everyone can join, then it's just a shitty event. But if you're invited, and it doesn't even mean you have to pay necessarily, it's just like you're invited to something like David Sachs's birthday party, it's like, oh, that you should go to. Because it's just like there's some like cool threshold, not just like a money threshold. So one of my friends that works here, Hunter, he's like, oh, I'm helping people blow up on Instagram. Instagram hit me up. There's an event in New York City at their headquarters. They're going to have all these speakers and stuff. You should come. So I was rolling off world tour, but I'm like, hey, this is a really cool event. I should probably go because it's invite only. Maybe I'll meet someone cool. It's today, 11 to 3. I go, dude. I don't know when I'm going to learn my lesson.
Dude, I'll tell you every time. Anybody who's at that thing at 11 to 3 on a Wednesday,
right,
is there because they ain't building.
Well, I thought they might have been like creators or something. I don't know who it was, dude. I got there and I just saw like the demographic. I'm like, this isn't the demographic I want.
It's all the people not doing the thing.
It's just,
if you're doing the thing, you don't go to events.
I walked up, got my name tag, and I'm like, Hunter, dude, not for me. I'm just rolling out of this one. And now we're just the party poopers. But he texted me like 5 minutes ago. He's like, yeah, dude, that was the right call. It's just dumb talks about how to be an Instagrammer.
Yeah, I don't know what my principle is, and I don't know where it came from, but it's just no events.
Yeah.
It's no events.
I might go back, though, in an hour because Marquez Brownlee and the head of Instagram are talking. So I'm like, maybe I want to see that. I don't know, but it kind of derails my day.
I just watched his videos. I just watched MKBHD's videos.
I could meet him, though. I don't really know who he is anyway. I will. Let's just say, like, Dylan, I show up, I wake up early, set an alarm, go to this thing, realize it's not for me. I leave. Now I'm like, I still want to have a productive day. My mom's birthday is coming up. I'm like, let me just go to the Apple store on my way to work, I'll grab an iPhone. I go there, I hang out.
Oh, that's
I'm
a
like,
mistake.
iPhone's there. You see like iPhone 15, 15 Max, Pro, Pro Max. It's just like every different model available. Everyone's looking at them. I'm like, okay, interesting. I like this one. I'll come back to it. Let me get like some accessories. Go get a case. Go get a charger. I'm like, I just want my mom to ball out. We can talk about the game theory in a second. But I just want like the max of the max because this is just like a birthday thing I don't want to skimp out. So I finally like get all my boxes. Also, they don't have price tags on anything. So I was like asking them like, hey, how much is this thing? And like, well,
Dude,
you go,
you're a chimp, dude. I don't know anyone that goes to the Apple store to shop. Like, you go online and you order it.
Why?
I mean, you could try the stuff out. I didn't even know you could.
I needed to like feel it in my hand and stuff. There's Apple stores everywhere. It's like right next to me. It's New York.
I know. Yeah, I don't know.
It was
I always
literally
know,
like on my way to work. There's an Apple.
I always know the exact thing I want. I order it online and I just go there and pick it up.
You're sick, dude. Most people aren't like that. No, I actually really like stores in person. Like New York, we had this realization like months ago on the pod. I don't even know if we talked about it on the pod, but like I remembered what a store was because I hadn't ordered anything in person ever. It was all online. So I was like, whoa, dude, stores are fucking sick. You can actually like touch the things before you buy them. I'm like, yeah, that's how the world works. So whatever, I'm just shopping like a shopper, dude. And I finally get to the front with all my stuff. I figure out the prices. And then I'm like, hey, can I just check out? Like, I just need that iPhone and then like all this stuff. I'm like, no iPhones.
Yeah.
Like, no, I see the iPhones there. Like, no, those are display. Like, we're all sold out.
I forgot to tell you.
I'm like, oh. What about like the 15, not the 15 Pro Max Super Plus? Like, no, not that. Like, not even the pink one. They're like, not even the pink one. I'm like, huh. Well, my mom's birthday's in 5 days, so what do I do about that? Like, well, it's sold out and it's gonna be for at least a month. I'm like, oh, okay.
Well, you could. I guess this is where I should have told you because I knew this, but in my frame, like I just go on the website. What can happen is if you keep going on Apple's website, they will pop up. So if you like go try and buy an iPhone 15 on their website and you check at different times during the day, like you will probably find one. Not the Pro though. You won't find a Pro, I doubt.
You know what I did?
Oh no.
Called Apple.
SE?
Called Apple. They're like, nothing. We searched within 100 square miles, nothing. I'm like, can you check again? She's like, let me hit refresh. Refreshes, Apple 15 Pro Max.
Oh no. Well, this is exactly what I'm talking
baby.
about. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Is they'll pop up at different times. Please don't tell me you got the iPhone 15 Pro Max top of Manhattan.
Yes, I did. All of the above. Picking it up tomorrow at 9 a.m. Titanium steel, dude.
Okay. When you get it, try it out. I did this same thing 2 years ago for the 13. Same thing happened. The only thing I could get, I really needed a new phone. I wanted a new phone, was the 13 Pro Max. I opened this thing, dude. It's a hog. The Max is a hog.
Wait, let me see. I don't actually.
Do you know what the Max means? It's like an iPad mini.
No, I think they dialed it in, dude.
No.
I think they dialed it in.
Did you try one? Dude, it's a two-handed
that's
operation.
Why I went to the store, dude. No, I think they dialed it in. Apple iPhone Pro Max. I don't really know what I got.
Dude, you use a stylus with the Max.
No, dude, that's you got the 12. This is they figured it out. They dialed it in.
Watch out. We're gonna have to check back in on that.
Right, that could be a $2,000 mistake.
Let's get into the game theory portion of this play.
Yeah.
The play-by-play, because you're saying this is a gift for your mom. Now apparently it's a Pro Max, which we're gonna have to discuss. So you probably gone double your budget from the 15 and double the size. That's fine. But there's a chance. Run us through the game theory.
The game theory is this, all right? My mom's old. She's not going to be able to use this thing to its full potential, right? She could probably do an iPhone 4 and be happy, as long as the phone screen's big enough. That's kind of why I went for the Max. I'm like, she's old. She's like 64. So senior citizen level at this point.
Yes.
And she has a purse. Like, guys don't have purses. So you can kind of like lug around a lot more stuff. So I'm in favor of that. But I realize she needs a 4, not a 14 or 15 Pro Max. But your boy Yucky would like one, right?
Who?
I could probably use it. Your boy Yucky, Dylan Jardon.
Your boy who?
Yucky.
Not your boy Yucky.
I feel like that's from a rap or something. Who's your boy
on
Yucky?
the air? I have no clue.
I don't know. That just like I heard that when I was like 12 years old or something. I haven't said it since. Your boy Yucky. He wants the new model. You just got one. I don't get jealous very often, but I'm like, it'd be sick. Like I use this thing every day. I might as well get the newest model. I think I got like a maybe 12 or 13 or I don't know what I got. But the game theory is this, right? I get this gift for my mom. I'm like, if I get her the maxed out version, she's going to be like, well, now that I think about it, she's probably going to be like, that's really sweet. And just accept it. But in my head, I was like, because she won't really know how much it is. That's a great point.
Did you get baseline like 128 gigabyte?
I maxed out everything.
Oh no, that's a $2,000
Although,
phone.
No, I did. Mine's a 1 terabyte. I looked at my storage and I only use like 100 gigabytes or whatever.
Yeah, because it all goes to the cloud.
I also got maxed out iCloud, so I don't really know what I got, dude. I just fucking to the moon. But basically, I'm like, I'm gonna give this to her, and there's like a 50-50 shot. She's like, hey, I love all the bells and whistles, but I don't need it. You can have this phone and just let me take your old one. Now that I say it out loud, that's actually really dumb game theory. I'm definitely not gonna get this phone.
Let me tack on this game theory because I know for a fact you haven't paid any payroll taxes this year. So this happened to me last year. I did the same thing. I was, I don't know, $15,000 behind in 2022 or something. I spent 2023 like back paying all these taxes I was late on. So you're out here with personal maxed out iPhone, maxed out storage, maxed out mom's phone. And I know for a fact you got payroll taxes to pay this year.
Yeah.
So and the fiscal year is coming to a close.
I know. We'll have to figure out how that works.
All right.
But dude, tabula rasa. One thing too, dude. It's just like fucking train tickets are more expensive than flights too. It's like $300 in train tickets. I'm like, and then you got to do like a birthday dinner. I'm like, this is
short
like
term
$3,000 adventure.
The short term train tickets are, if you get them way out, they're like $50.
Oh,
but
well, that's
what other
bad,
threads
dude.
you got? I gotta go eat lunch with a friend.
Well, you said what other threads do I have? You kept rushing me because I was kind of new setup. We don't have a feedback loop on this podcast. We got a 30 Q feedback loop.
We put out the first one, first one of these. It's in editing. The first one we did with kind of like nice cameras. And I'm like direct to camera like this, but I'm kind of shooting in a corner, which is a little bit weird. And then Dylan, in your shot, you're next to me in the side-by-side playback, but your camera's like askew, so you're just looking to the right, and I'm on your left looking straight ahead. It's like the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen.
I thought we were doing multicam, dude. I thought I'd have my Opal for the direct shot and a side shot of this, but Jesus Christ.
Can't do multicam.
Let me see if I got one more. GoPuff, I don't really know. Sales Surge.
I got a quick one. I got it here. We'll talk about Sales Surge tomorrow. We don't have enough time. Let me give you a quick one, and then it's going to lead into GoPuff, so you can go out with a whimper.
Okay.
It's another little principled thread, because I'm principles guy, with the title of "What Gets Measured Gets Managed." Okay.
Wow.
Yes. And I bring this up because over the last like 2 years, right, we were living together. I was traveling a lot. I was eating a lot.
Yep,
Spoiler
22%.
alert. Yeah. And I didn't have a scale. Okay. I didn't have a scale. And so finally, we do our annual body shaming with our college friends. And I step on the scale. Now, on my license, I'm 50 pounds. But when I step on the scale...
150.
150, sorry.
150.
Pygmy. when I step on the scale after 2 years of not having a scale, I'm 163.
Dude, this is the funniest thing in the world when you stepped on it and you're like,
There's no way.
That's not accurate. I'm 150 pounds. This says 163. You're like, no, Belky, it's a scale.
I was 150 pounds and just like cut for 5 years.
Yeah, actually you were trim.
Yeah.
You were probably the trimmest other than Tomas of our friends. Like this is 10 to 15% trim.
There's a siren going by. I worked out a lot. Okay. Ah, my goodness. Can you hear that? No, it's probably really quiet. So let's plow on. What gets measured gets managed. Finally, I have this rude awakening during our annual body shaming, which is all in good fun. And I'm like, oh, and at the same time, you send me this thing, not at the exact same time, but this principle, this is the principle part. It comes from this guy, Ed Thorpe. Ed Thorpe's like this 90-year-old investor. He's in amazing shape. He looks like
he's 70.
He looks like he's 70 there. Let's just say that. And his trick was, I just get on the scale every day. And I know like when I'm getting to 100. So for me, when I'm 150, if I get to 152, it's like, well, probably shouldn't have that slice of chocolate cake today. And, you know, if you go down to 148, it's like, ooh, you know, come on, bulk up a little bit. So that's his principle. What was my point? What gets measured gets managed. Oh, since the rude awakening, I'm down. I'm back at like 152 and I'm working out again. And it's just
do you have a scale?
I do have a scale and I check it every morning.
Nice.
And it's just that kind of thing. It's like same thing we talked about my Tesla insurance premium on here. Like if you don't have the data, if you can't measure the thing, then it's just it's just fugazi.
Yeah, it's actually such
you can't sense the change over time.
Everyone basically says, like Nassim Taleb wrote the foreword on Ed Thorpe's book. He wrote a lot. Which one was this one called? I forget, but he's written a lot, like how to beat blackjack. He basically like beat casino games and then used all his math knowledge to then just beat the finance world. And he just crushed it. He was like an early investor in Citadel because he was close to Ken Griffin and like just made a shitload of money because he knows like the quantitative side of investing. He kind of like pioneered that. And then he just like, hey, you know, investing's sick, but I don't want to do it anymore. Like I don't want to have to like grow a team and everything. I don't want like offices and houses and all that stuff. I'm just going to shut it down. Everyone's like, fuck Ed, what? You're shutting it down? You're printing cash. Like, yeah, I got enough. I don't want any more. It's like, what? So everyone's just like, Ed Thorpe is the fucking G because he won the game and just cashed out. And now he's just hanging out, doing whatever he wants. So he's awesome. And like, I love, he has these little principles about how to live life. And it's just like, know when enough is, or like this one where it's just like, you need that daily, just like very easy feedback mechanism. Assuming you're not like trying to like bulk or anything like that, like put on muscle and stuff, because then it gets a little skewed with the scale. But like assuming you could do a daily bod pod, that'd be ideal. But like this is just like 150. Am I going above?
Right, he's
or am
like
I going below? Oh, his like, thing with blackjack. So what makes him so cool? We should honestly do an episode. Sorry to like fucking keep going here,
dude.
But
stole my thread.
He was like, I love Ed Thorpe. He was playing blackjack and like, basically, I think at the time people were discovering ways to beat the game by card counting, but all their methods were just super complicated. It's like it was very clear that they weren't practitioners. They were just the little like theoretical professor that's like, oh, this is how you could statistically beat the game. And then he comes in and he's like, no, I'm going to fucking just play the game. I'm like, I'm going to figure out, I'm going to test whatever hypotheses I have and then immediately get feedback from the real world. Like, is this working or is it not? And then because he's out there testing, he has to create a simple model, which is the same idea of like 150. Is it going above or below? And then just correct. He would be like, if I get, I don't know actually how to play blackjack, but like if I get a face card, for example, that's like +1. If I get a low number card, that's -1. If I get an ace, that's +2. Like whatever his like system is, it's just like super caveman simple where you just see a card and you add 1 or subtract 1. It's like, okay, anyone can add. So he just,
I learned how to count cards like that.
Yeah.
But dude,
that was because of him.
Snooze fest, dude. So
that's a snooze fest?
No, I'm just kidding. But I got to rein it in because we got to get on over to Gopuff. Okay, we'll do a whole Ed Thorpe episode.
Fuck,
all
dude.
of this to say, we're staying on the thread. All of this to say,
I don't have a scale. Don't have one.
No.
Need one. Have a gym membership. They have scales. Don't go to the gym.
No. Stop it. All of this to say, I still have a terrible self-control problem.
Oh.
And then let's talk about Gopuff, and then let's leave. I have this issue where I won't buy any sweets or desserts. I won't buy them, and I have enough willpower to not buy the things. But if I do, if they somehow end up in my presence, if I have one bite of ice cream, I have to eat the entire pint.
Ravenous.
Okay.
I've seen this.
Ravenous. And this was such a problem that I recently had to switch from Ben & Jerry's, which is about 1,400 calories a pint. That's in a sitting.
Halo Top? You went to Halo Top.
I had to switch over to Halo Top. 350 a pint. I did have 1.5 pints last night. But
1.5? So you finished one. And you're like, you know what?
Dude,
It's Halo Top, right? What's the
Cookie
Ben & Jerry's
dough.
equivalent? 1.5. So you now go into your freezer and pull out another one.
yes, but let's get to the first principles. Why do I have 4 Halo Tops in my freezer in the first place?
Like, why are you counting a 4 with 2 hands, dude? Can we talk about that?
I have 4 Halo Tops in my freezers because I was a little bit drunk and alone on a Friday night just a couple days ago.
Wait, you got a girlfriend?
She's in Tokyo. And I was hungry. And because I was alone, because she's in Tokyo, I hadn't gotten groceries like you. So I had nothing in the house. So I download Gopuff.
Fuck, dude. Watch out. That
And
thing's
you
a
know-
casino, dude.
I
You get in
know.
there, you're going to end up tripling your order size
I
overnight.
know. So I get in there and I'm like, I need 1 pint.
No,
It's
you
just
don't.
Friday. It's just going to be Friday. I just need
You don't
one
need
pint.
any pints, really.
You don't. But I was, down a pound on the scale that day. So I was like, I can have a pint.
Okay.
It's Halo Top. All right. But GoPuff, they got the crack cocaine variable slot machine reward.
That's crazy.
Like, you go on there,
So crazy.
you're like, so 1 pint's $6.99, but they're like, hey, you got to spend $13 to even make this order. And I'm like, fuck.
Right.
So then I get 2. And then once you put in 2, they start changing the prices on you. You put in 2 and somehow they're all half price. And I'm like, well, if I'm paying for the delivery fee, I might as well double.
That's
I might
the
as well
craziest
double the
sunk
order.
cost ever, dude.
And then I was really hungry, so I paid like $3 for express delivery.
Oh, wow.
Get to the top of the queue. So that's how I had 4 pints of ice cream. And then I finally saw your note, and I actually need to go, but I want to hear what happened to you on the GoPuff, because it was a note of yours from about a thread
I
of
will
yours
say,
from
dude,
2 months ago.
Last night I did crack too, and I was a fucking fiend in the streets, dude. I rode my bike all around town looking for a little bodega or something. I got a Cuban sandwich at 12:30 p.m. and a bag of chips.
That's what I'm talking about.
It'll sneak up on you, dude. But that's the thing. There's such like a high friction barrier to getting food for me that like
No, dude.
I literally had to be a fiend. It was like me and this really drunk, just black woman being like, "How much candy?" It's like, "It's $3." She's like, $3? What am I gonna do with $3 of candy? I'm like, "What's going on?" She's like, "Oh, fuck, dude." You shut it down like that.
Can't be doing Blacksand on the 34th minute of the pod. I'll give you one chance. I'll give you one chance
All
to come back in.
Whoa, dude! I didn't expect the Cardaloo right there. Well, are we hanging with GoPuff? I'll tell it quick.
Yeah.
GoPuff. This is from a couple months back. I got caught in it. I don't know what happened. A similar ravenous night. No groceries. I downloaded the app and they hit me with like, fucking spin this roulette wheel and whatever it lands on, that's your reward. And I got like $100 of free GoPuff something. I don't know what the fuck it was.
It's Fugazi.
It was
It's all
so
made up,
Fugazi.
dude. They're data scientists.
it was crazy. I don't know if it was like 50% off for like your first $100, something crazy. But I'm like, wow, I really have to order a lot of food now, immediately. And this was after hockey. Dude, this is so stupid. I have 11:30 p.m. hockey games. So 11:30 p.m. I leave, and now I'm just like, I spent a lot of energy, right? I'm hungry, I'm thirsty, I just want things. But it's fucking 1:30 in the morning. And so I go on Gopuff. I'm like, Gopuff, how long does Gopuff take? It says like, okay, I can get this shit in like 7 minutes because it's Manhattan. And I'm like, oh, and I got this 50% discount. Let me just rack it up. I'm like, fuck, I get this. But then you see like, oh, I can get that. And it's like, I'm already paying for shipping, so might as well like get that. Same deal. I look at my cart, it's $50. I'm like, 50 fucking bucks, whatever.
For snacks.
Like, well, if I'm already paying $50, might as well get like express shipping. So the like $3 thing. Because, you know, now it's 6%. Like that's worth it to do. So now I got like $60 in the hole. And all I really wanted was like a Gatorade and maybe like a banana. But I ended up literally getting like a box of cookies. They don't have good food either. Like boneless chicken wings.
There's a healthy tab. There's a healthy genre. But they're not promoting that.
They don't have the same shit at the late night version. This is like Oreos and shit. So whatever, it's like the only food out. I didn't realize I could like bodega fiend. So my mistake, but like I loved the rewards that I was getting. I felt like I was literally winning $100. So I placed this order. Now I'm like stoked. I'm like, okay, it was 7 minutes, but they're like, oh no, it's super late night, so it's like 15 minutes. I'm like, that's fine, whatever. Still express. It's coming. Now for the next fucking hour, dude. The next hour, it's just this thing like, oh shit, your order is delayed. Because it's fucking 2:30 in the morning and we can't find a bike person for some reason. I'm like, Gopuff, can I get my money back? No response, no customer service or whatever. And it's like, it's now like 2:45 in the morning. And now I got like $60 worth of food. And I'm like, fuck, dude, I'm tired. I'm not even hungry anymore. Do I go to bed? But I can't go to bed because I got $60 of food coming. And it doesn't even give me an ETA. So I have an indefinite period of time where I am just waiting for GoPuff. I don't know if like the order even goes through. So now I'm just like literally on my bed. I'm like, what can I do to keep myself up so that I'm ready for this GoPuff order at anywhere between 3 and 4 in the morning? I don't know where the story goes. It's been so fucking long, but basically it was literally like you can get a refund after an hour. They tucked it in at like 58 minutes. They give me an ETA and it gets in and it's literally like 3:45, 4 in the morning. I get my fucking boneless chicken wings, 3 boxes of cookies, a milk, and like, dude, the dumbest shit. And then everything tasted terrible.
A milk, dude. And you're telling me
so bad.
You're telling me you don't have time for a girlfriend. Gardeloo, dude. Fucking 4 a.m. snacks. I gotta go. I'm late for lunch. See ya.